Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I am a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I've got a message for Virgo today and a very special Halloween reading. I'm going to draw an extra card for you from a different deck. So if you are new to the channel, I wanted to just let you know how this works. I ask my guides and spirit for a message through the cards that will be deeply meaningful and helpful for you this week as you navigate what's going on your journey. And if you're new, I strongly invite you to subscribe to this channel so that you can stay in contact with this high vibration information every week. It's very beneficial for your forward momentum on your spiritual journey. And if you're returning, thank you so much for supporting this channel and for sharing your journey with me. I really enjoy doing these readings and sharing the information with you. So let's get started. We have for your special card, the Pegasus card. So we are in motion, we are definitely moving. This is a kind of winds of change type of card, and so motion is going to be a central theme for you this week. So, like I said, change. Pegasus is associated with this Five of Swords card, or Five of Swords. Yes, okay, right. Five of Swords, and five is a number of movement and change, usually to freedom. It can be a little bit chaotic, but I don't feel chaos so much with this card. I feel like it's actually fairly flowing and fairly steady. So just keep that in mind, that things are shifting and changing this week. So let's get into your other cards. We've got the Three of Cups being the energy that the universe is saying to you. Now this energy of Three of Cups is kind of like social gatherings, social groups, an invitation to participate in that capacity. And you are headed straight for that. You've got your Chariot here, and the Chariot is connected. I feel strongly that these two energies are very similar, that you're moving very fast. So you're wanting to be a part of this social group, you're wanting to be a part of these gatherings, and you're using all of your willpower to get there. And I also feel like you're just moving very fast towards this new group of people. Now, let me get to the other cards because this is an interesting thing that we see. Very interesting. So we have the Two of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords, and then we've got the Ace of Cups on the other side. The Nine of Swords has been coming up a lot in different readings, so I believe this week that the collective energy is battling with anxiety. And it makes sense if you're watching this from North America. This is a big week with possibly some changes, or whatever happens, we're going to have some changes. So just be aware that this is a group mentality, and I'm mentioning this because it's the group energy, this social group energy that is being presented by the universe to you this week. Now the big question is all of this okay with you? Is this really okay with your heart and soul? Because we've got an unwillingness, there's a reluctance to really unleash this Ace of Cups here. So let me walk you through it. We've got the Two of Swords talking about like a standoff or a standstill. And the idea is that your heart wants you to go a certain way, your mind wants you to go a certain way, and neither one is giving a stronger argument than the other, and so you're just saying no to both. You're not sure quite where to move. And you might be wondering, okay, well, why is that? And the real reason is because there's a measure of authenticity that you're not quite comfortable with, showing to other people. So the Nine of Swords is this reluctance to really turn towards your self-love, even though you know that acting out of self-love is going to get you off the ground, it's going to get you out of this anxiety, and it's going to get you flying again. There's a reluctance to go there, and I'm feeling ungrounded right now. I'm feeling kind of unsettled, and like this Pegasus energy just kind of flying in the air. So it's almost like we're flying in this holding pattern. That's what I see with this Nine of Swords card, that the crows are just like here in a holding pattern. We're not going anywhere. This energy is swirling around. So what we have to look at is whatever you're moving towards, you believe you're moving towards acceptance or inclusion in this group, or you feel like you're moving towards something that's going to allow you to be a part of something. The only thing with this Chariot card is that it's a willpower card. So you kind of force yourself to get there no matter what. But is your heart really engaged with that? Is your heart really okay with that? Is what I want to ask you. The Five of Swords, swords is mental. So this is not an emotional card. This is a card that talks about those swords possibly causing conflict within you. So even though we saw the winds of change moving, you have to ask yourself, is this really okay with you? So there's some resistance that's going on in your mind with all of these sword cards here, but at the bottom of it is just this desire to flow and to be, and to see yourself as loved by yourself, loved by your soul, loved by your higher self. And maybe all of this resistance here, all of this head stuff is just not necessary. This is different than what I usually want to do. I just want to get a quick advice. You guys give me advice in 1 or 2 cards, please. Okay, you're saying 1. Okay. So this is kind of like you're afraid to let the side down, 10 of Wands. And so it's saying, let the side down. If being in harmony with your thought means disappointing other people, not pretty, but that's really the direction that you need to go, okay? So not being able to really flow and follow your open heart is causing all of that mental activity, all of that mental turmoil here. And okay, I'm starting to see this piece together. Because of that, because of this shutdown here, once you get to that community of like-minded people, or once you get to that place of the social interaction or the social acceptance, it's going to be hard for you to break through that because you will not have accepted yourself. So this is about looking for the acceptance with yourself rather than within the group. It took us kind of a long way to get there. Like I said, this energy is very chaotic right now. The energy in this reading, the energy in these cards. So let me just ask quickly for some advice. It doesn't have to be quickly, it could just be some advice. Okay. So whatever your self-love practice is this week, you have got to make sure that you ground yourself in it. If your self-love practice is taking a walk, if it's having coffee and just thinking and not doing anything for an hour, just being by yourself with your devices turned off and the doors shut and nobody's allowed to get you, great. If it's exercise, great. If it's painting, if it's something, you cannot let your self-love practices go this week because there's just going to be so much energy around you that is going to try to pull you away from it. But that self-love is the only line that we have to our soul and to our higher self. If we let that go, we are letting go of our guidance, we are letting go of our own intuition, and we are letting go of our ability to connect authentically with other people. So you cannot let that go this week or any week, but this week it's going to be hard to hang on to it. Okay? So I am going to leave you with that. If you've got questions about this, please reach out in the comments below. And I also want to let you know that I'm available for one-on-one readings. If you've got some questions you'd like to look at, I do the readings over Zoom. So they're convenient within your own home and you don't have to be in my state. So, or my state of mind. You can find out more at trueguidancetarot.com or my email is in the description below. I will look forward to seeing you next week and have a good one.